Who decides? You decide. And tonight, the UK decided. We have Great Britain, United Kingdom, UK's Eurovision 2018 singer, and she is Suri, not Suri Cruz, and she's singing the song Storm. Should we talk about it?
Let's do this.
You guys, coming into the contest, there was a lot of talk about Asanda and even Rhea, and Suri was kind of under the radar, but tonight she really came to life. I've got to say, she was definitely the biggest grower for me, but my question for you is this: is she the rightful winner? How will she do at Eurovision? Robin?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was not expecting the song to win. To me, the song is a bit forgettable. It's a very current sound. Well, in the last 2 or 3 years, it's maybe not current, but she's a really good singer. You know, that's her biggest strength. She delivers a really solid vocal, and if there was going to be any criticism of Asanda, it's that her vocal was a bit weak, especially when she was dancing. Whereas Suri was she's a great performer. I'm just thinking, it's the kind of song that if it's depending on what it's up against at Eurovision, it could be really forgettable. It could just sort of be one you watch it and go, oh, that's nice. And then another song comes along that's really amazing and you just sort of, it's memory hold. You completely forget it. So, yeah, it's an interesting choice, but it's up to the good people of Great Britain. It was their decision. So, that's their choice.
Oh, it's my turn now. Okay. I'm not surprised at all, because like I said, she was flying under the radar. It was like the song was just there in the studio version. Nothing was going on. It was just had a nice flow, and then you forgot about it. But then she came on stage and she completely owned it from the beginning to the end, and she caught everyone's attention, including mine, because I had no thoughts about this song until tonight. And when I saw it, I was like, man, she is going to win. She was amazing.
There was definitely a moment, and you could feel it even through the TV. I was just in my living room, but we have bloggers there on the scene, and they were like, wow, the audience went wild. And that energy from the audience, I feel like translated to Suri, and it translated from Suri to us. And so I'm not surprised she won. However, going into this, I didn't think she would win. The song, as you say, it's very pleasant. It's very nice, it's very current, but it's not high impact. And I think her staging did help give it a bit of impact. I love the color blocking, the pink background, the turquoise dress, the bright lip. She looked amazing. We tweeted that out the moment, it started, and she's got her arms out and she's doing this. She was very much a presence tonight, which I didn't really get from the studio cut, which perhaps all the studio cuts were a bit too auto-tuned to really get a sense of the texture. And while I love her, she's amazing. She's so nice at the press day. She's very chatty, very down to earth. She's open to criticism when she's just a really nice person. And I think she's going to slay the press tour. And while she, I think, was the best artist tonight, she was definitely the best artist tonight. I'm not sure if this is the best song for Eurovision. And I know I hate when people say that, but I feel like Asanda's had potential for really high impact Eurovision staging. This is memorable. Whereas this is vocally on point, cannot fault it. But I do forget it. It takes me a second to remember the melody. It could be my ears, could be my memory. I just don't know if it's high impact enough. But I think she is a deserving winner because she won the night. These votes take place on an evening. And she definitely won the night because she got that buzz and that energy.
She smashed it.
She did. She did. There was magic in the air. I just wish she was able to serve that magic with a slightly different song. The second half was really amazing. The first half was quite a slow build. Maybe that's why the second half is so amazing. I don't know. In its current form, do you guys think this could finish on the left-hand side of the scoreboard? Does it need a bit of reworking? What do you think?
I think to me, it seems a bit sort of middle of the scoreboard. I think it really will depend on who it's up against, and also the staging. I think it's the sort of song that could really be lifted with really strong staging. And I think the UK they've been learning about staging, that it's not a rock concert, it is a TV show. And, you've got to think about how things come across with the cameras. So there's potential that they could get it right and it could do really well. But yeah, it just like, for me, it's not the kind of song that I want to listen to outside of this. It's not going on any playlist. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be a top 10 for the UK, or even top, I don't know. It might end up in the bottom, and not because it's a bad song, just because it's not a very memorable song.
We said the same thing about Lucy Jones last year. We didn't have high hopes for her, but
she revamped.
She came, she saw, and she stayed in the middle. Okay, fair enough. But she did better than UK has done in many, many years. And I'm not going to put it past Suri to do exactly the same. Maybe not top Lucy's, success, but, I don't think she'll do any worse.
I guess my concern is that Lucy, last year, her revamp took her from kind of middle of the road to something modern, whereas I think Suri's song is already modern. I mean, it does sound it even has like Spotify elements with those digital sounds. It's already current, so I don't know what you would do to kind of take it to that next level. Speaking to her at the press day, she was saying how she's open to things and open to ideas, and because she's so self-aware and self-critical, I bet you she'll watch it and she will find things to tweak and improve on, because she's not a complacent performer. Like, I don't feel like she's like, I'm here, I'm done, let's do this. She's more like, I want to do great, I want to keep growing. And I know that sounds cheesy, but I just have a feeling that she's going to do something or tweak something to make this even better. It's good. I mean, it's reminding me of
Give the girl
Lavina.
a chance to shine.
Oh, she shined tonight. Let there be no doubt. My concern, though, and what I'm reading from our bloggers in our private group and also on YouTube and elsewhere, is that this reminds them of Lavina, not musically, but in the sense that very good performer, but the song is slightly forgettable, perhaps, and people are concerned that she might have Lavina's fate. I mean, it's too early to tell because we don't know the other songs, but do you guys think there's anything to that?
Yeah, they're actually saying that strikes a chord. She is a really good performer, and she's not going to be sort of new to the stage, new to the experience. She's going to be able to hit the ground running. But yeah, this song is perhaps the weakest point in everything, and it's really going to depend on how everything can come together and how it works. But I mean, Lavina had a really, really good staging. Their opening shot especially was really striking, but the song was just, it just wasn't good enough.
All right, well, just to wrap this up, final thoughts about any of the other performers. I will kick this off by saying Goldstone, I was surprised how it kind of faded into the background. There are three of them. They had great harmonies. They looked great. But for some reason, the audience in the arena seemed dead. Like, you could tell through the television. I think that Rhea also kind of, I don't know, faded from my memory after she performed. She sounded great, and she was given urban swag, but perhaps the staging was a bit dated. My ultimate memory, though, is just Asanda. I thought she was going to break her hips. That choreography was on point. It's hard to sing like she did with those moves, and maybe if they had less dancing, she would have hit all of her notes as opposed to most of them. But she's only 16, and I think she's going to come back stronger and harder in the future. I think if she wants to go to Eurovision, she can get there eventually. And I'm just really glad this was a bit of a discovery. Like, I didn't watch Britain's Got Talent, so meeting her and discovering her has been a great joy. So thank you, Asanda.
Well, visually, Asanda nailed it. Vocally, she was really weak. But like you said, she's only 16. She has years and years ahead of her. So, yeah, I think Britain is going to see more of her in the future.
All the songs, all the 6 competing songs were good. There were no duds or people who were significantly worse live than the studio version, which is what we've seen in the past. And I think in their own way, they all would have done reasonably well at Eurovision. It's kind of just the way that the UK has been progressing with the national final. They're getting better at it. It's to have a national final where all the songs are quite good. It's I will say this, compared to the 4 qualifiers from the first semi-final of Melfest, I think the overall quality of these songs was better. Like there's no Patrick Swayze in the mix. So, the BBC, the UK have a lot to be proud of.
They chose really good artists, for sure. Everyone had a fantastic voice, every single one of those people tonight. In any case, that is what we think. What do you think? Are you happy that SuRie is headed to Eurovision? Are you loving her song? How would you like it to be changed, if at all? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And remember to like this video.
And we'll see you later. Bye. Ta-ta.